What's up, good people? It's your homegirl for one boy. If you're new to my channel, karibu sana. If you're a returning subscriber, what's up? So for today's video, we're going to be talking about something that I'm very passionate about, and I'm going to be sharing 5 simple self-awareness tests that I think everyone should do ASAP. Yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm very passionate about self-awareness and self-development. If you follow me keenly, then this is something that probably you've seen me talk about a bit. So today I'm only going to share 5 tests. I think there are so many self-awareness tests out there for different things, but these are just 5 that I think are so important. So I've done these 5 tests like often. Disclaimer for this video, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not studying psychology. I'm just someone who's very passionate about psychology and just self-development in general. And also these tests do not have 100% accuracy. Of course, we are always evolving and we're always changing, and the way you answer the questions also influences how the results come. There's several factors that determine the accuracy of these tests. So they're not 100% accurate, but they just act as a guideline to help you understand better who you are. This is the first self-awareness test I ever did, and I think it was very eye-opening for me. So the temperament test is basically based off the temperament theory, which states that there are 4 types of personalities. There's the sanguine, melancholic, choleric, and phlegmatic. The sanguines are people who are just very extroverted, they're outgoing, they're social creatures, they are very talkative. Those are typically characteristics of the sanguine. The choleric are also extroverted, but they are more towards like the leadership kinds of personality. They're natural born leaders, they're goal-oriented, they're focused, they're detail-oriented. Yeah, so they're like your natural leaders. The melancholic are detail-oriented, they're introverted, they are deep thinkers, they're deep feelers, like they're just like deep, yeah. And then we have the phlegmatic, which are the sweet, sort of soft-spoken, sympathetic, they are quiet, they're peaceful, they're relaxed. Yeah, so those are the phlegmatic. So everyone has 1 or 2 of these temperaments as their main ones. I'm personally a melancholic sanguine, which is very interesting because they're completely different. And the first time that I did it, I was like, oh my gosh, this makes so much sense. Yeah, so that's the first test. The second test is the 16 personality test, or the Myers-Briggs personality test. And I'm just gonna sort of explain about it using mine. And mine is ISFPT. So there are 5 letters, ISFPT. I is introverted, and the opposite of introverted is extroverted. So that first one is basically how you interact with your environment. The second one is ISS. S is observant. The opposite of observant is intuitive. So that's how you direct your mental energy. The third one is F, so that's feeling. The opposite of feeling that probably you would get is thinking, and that's basically your tactic of solving problems. Do you use your emotions to come up with decisions, or do you think more? Yeah, so F. The next one is P, which stands for prospecting. If you don't get prospecting, probably yours would be judging, and this is just basically how you interact with work and interact with decisions and things like those. And the last one is turbulent. The opposite of turbulent is assertive, and this is basically how confident you are with your abilities and your decisions. Yeah, so that's mine, ISFPT, and there are like 16 of this. Mine is an explorer, so yeah, so you can do yours and find out what yours is. I actually talked about this on my IG story sometime, and this is actually what prompted me to do this whole video because I got so much feedback about it. And this is basically about love languages. So basically there are 5 types of love languages. There's quality time, touch, words of affirmation, gifts, and acts of service. So everyone receives love in all these ways, but there's one that's more dominant than all the others. Like they go in an order depending on who you are and just how you've always received love from, like when you were a child. Yeah, so quickly let me just try and explain each one of them. Quality time, basically very self-explanatory. This is someone who, if you spend a lot of time with them, undivided attention is very key for someone who has this as their main love language. Is very, very important. Touch is very misunderstood by some people because it seems a bit sexual, but it's not. Something as simple as a hug, a high five, a pat on the back, just touching someone's hair. Let me tell you, these are the people who are really struggling during this social distancing period. If you know someone whose first love language is touch, just like, I don't know, you need to be there for them because it's deep, man. It's deep. The other one is, of course, gifts. People whose first love language is gifts are sometimes misunderstood because people think that they're materialistic, but that's not true. Just small or big, thoughtful. Thoughtful being the key word. Thoughtful gifts is what's so important for people whose first love language is gifts. As long as you're fulfilling a need that they have, or as long as you put in thought into it, it means so much for people like that. Yeah. The next one is words of affirmation. People who receive love through words of affirmation as their first love language. Something as simple as a compliment, just telling them that they're doing well, just words. The last one is acts of service. For people whose first love language is acts of service, these are people who, when you do something that sort of isn't their burden, or just doing something out of your comfort zone for them, they are just like, oh, wow, I feel so loved. For example, if you put fuel in their car, if you cook for them, something like that. Yeah. Now this one helps you understand how you handle relationships. Relationships are the center of every human experience, from families, significant others, friends, etc. There are 4 types of attachment styles. I won't go in depth in trying to explain these ones because we'll be here forever, but please go and read about it. I'm going to leave all the links for you to do the test and to read more about it. Yeah. So now this one, you don't really have to do like a test per se. You don't have to answer questions and get results afterwards or whatever. You just have to put in your date of birth, your location of birth, your time of birth, and whatever, and then you get your birth chart. So most people know about like their star sign. You know, you're an Aries, you're a Sagittarius, Scorpio, Cancer, etc. But there's so much when it comes to astrology and how it influences our feelings, our moods, our ego, how the world views you, how we view ourselves, our personality. There's so much, guys, and I'm still trying to learn. Yeah, so I'm still in that process, and this is just for the people who believe in this, but I still believe that it would be just an interesting thing to learn about, even if you're just like, oh no, I don't believe in astrology and whatever. Just go do your research, go do the whole thing, and then see if it's something that you're interested in. So that is it for this video. Those are just 5 self-awareness tests that I think that you should be able to do, and it won't take a lot of time. Like if you just dedicate a few minutes, some of them are 2-3 minutes, some are 10 minutes, they just vary. If you can do them, I think you'll be able to learn 1 or 2 things about yourself, or just be able to be like, oh, that's true, and it's very, very interesting. So I've left all the links in the description below of some of the tests. Of course, there are different platforms, there are different pages that have the same kind of test, so you can just go to Google and explore your options and just look for a credible one. That's the most important thing. Make sure you find a credible one, because some of these ones are just a bit questionable. Yeah, please let me know if you do the tests and if you enjoy them. Also, if you have other self-awareness tests that you think that I should try or that other people should know about, please also let us know in the comments below. But for now, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, remember to subscribe, and remember to share, because sharing is caring. Till the next one,